Greetings, everyone. It's all about intention. It's what you intend to do that produces the results that you will get. Now, on the screen, you're seeing rose petals that I gathered from my garden. And based on my intention, I'll produce different things from these rose petals. So, the same thing is true for someone who might pick a fruit from off the tree, and that person will eat that fruit. Someone else will use it to produce or make juice. Someone else will bake with it. It's about your intention. What do you intend to produce at the end? What are you taking this product to do? And so, it's like, if I may use this analogy, Jamaica had a product that it needed to sell. And in the last 18 months, in the selling of this product, what we see now is that overzealousness and the intention to bring everybody on board has now backfired. And unfortunately, on the Jamaican people, even though they were not the ones who were using their intention to create this. Now we see CDC has issued a travel advisory for Jamaica. It's not like it's anything new. They've been on travel advisory for crime and violence in the past. And so it's true now that they are under this advisory. Now, what I want to say is those who are at the helm, those who worked vigorously, to throw people up in those trucks and to, keep them staying at home, they and putting the numbers out. Oh, 100 or 50 or 500, or they didn't know it was going to come back to back. It's going to backfire on them or come back to haunt them. The numbers game. The numbers game now is what is being used. And I can't say I blame any agency. If you put these numbers out there, whatever your intention was, whether they're legitimate numbers or they're numbers that was supposed to go out there to fear and paralyze and cramp the people, you put it out there, now it backfired. And that should teach people that, listen, regardless of your intention, whether it's pure or impure, whatever you put out there, whatever you project out there, you can't take it back. And so if people are saying, don't go there, even though they have not seen numbers, nothing in comparison to other places in the world, but they're told, don't go here. And the people were saying, we got to open the doors. We have to allow this to continue. If we understood that, for example, tourism was one of the, what do you call it, resources in our country, and it was good, but you had allowed yourself to think that there are other resources in our country that we need to pay equal attention to, then you wouldn't be freaking out now when people are told, don't go there. This is something that is, concerning. While you're promoting tourism, you forgot about agriculture. You forgot about certain e-commerce or certain trade that you should be, encouraging the young people to be a part of, to provide them with the training or the education to be able to do something else besides just saying that tourism, even though it's a big part of our economy, is the only thing. That was the danger. And so folks were out here, and we all do it. We are out here, singing to the tune of the drum or dancing to the rhythm of that drum, not realizing that when you're trying to, harm other folks, when you're digging pit for some people, make sure you're going to drop in there. But I'm going to tell you, you can never make a deal with a sheriff. Because you make a deal with the sheriff, he's going to make sure that he holds you. He's going to hold you to that promise. And so when they're out there calling the numbers, 50 today, 500 today, 1,000 today, yeah, I knew it was coming. You cannot make a deal with the sheriff, okay? Because the sheriff is not someone that will pardon you, will ignore the signs of your activities. Okay? So, what I'm seeing now, and more is going to come, and the fact that there's resistance in this space and people are coming out vocally and talking about what they're into and what they're not into. Hey, sometimes we chat too much, including myself. Because one of the things I know is when you got anything that you want to achieve in life, or anything, you wish to see come to pass, you have to keep it to yourself. Talking and showing and pronouncing only gives persons the opportunity to come close to you and then use it. Do you know that there was a time I made a video a while back, and a woman came under my video? She didn't like what I was saying. And she came under my video and she says, "Oh, you don't like your family, or you don't like your mother, so therefore you're attacking this woman." And I couldn't understand the comment. I'm like, wow. But I didn't feel hurt by it, of course, because I don't share any of my stories with anybody unless I'm ready to. And oftentimes, by the time you get it, it's old. You're talking about 10, 15, 20 years. So that stuff I've worked it out before. I will never share my story or my painful struggle with anybody until I've worked it out. And everyone that knows me knows that. I'd rather not talk to you. I'd rather disappear from your life than be taking my story and presenting it to you while it's raw. Do you understand? And so, these ones in Jamaica felt that they were doing a great work and they were serving the master's plan, not knowing it was going to backfire on them, and that the numbers game was going to be the very thing that was coming back to haunt them. And so you can't put your eggs in one basket, people, even in your personal life. Apart from a relationship, I'm not into this, back and forth with different people. I like to invest my time in one relationship that grows from strength to strength. And if I can't do that, then I don't want to be in a relationship. But other than that, diversify your portfolio, and you must use that method in every aspect of your life. Never depend on any one person. It's too much a burden. Never allow any one person to control you. It's too much. It's too much power to relinquish to someone else. And when someone seeks to control you in any way, take a close look at that situation and say to yourself, if you want to control me so much that you want to tell me how I should sleep, or I should wake, or I should dance, or I should eat, what if one day I say no? Oftentimes, when we give two people too much power over us, when we finally have the voice to say no, they can't handle it. And so a lot of us have relinquished our power to other people. And then suddenly we decide we want to take it back. And at that time, it's too late. So what I'm saying in this video to wrap up is that it's too late to take back your power now, Jamaica. You've spent the last 18 months, playing the game, making the announcements, rounding up the flock and the goats and the sheep. And now you played yourself, because the very words you put out there, words, as they say, what is the expression? Word kill cock, or something to that matter. Your words have come back now to haunt you. And now Jamaica is a place where there's a travel advisory. Well, can you blame these ones? Because you said it. You told about how horrible it was in Jamaica. And now, if it is so bad, people have every right to warn your citizens. Yeah. How did it work for you? When you're going to take payment, be careful who you're taking these payments from. When you're taking instructions, careful who is instructing you and who is writing that script. Huh? It goes for everybody. Yes. And so, as we turn to our different methodology to create whatever effect, we have to be mindful that whatever we put out there, whatever theories we put out there, based on whatever hypothesis Remember, we have to be able to stand up and back it. And once we project it out there before a panel and we convince them this is so, you're going to have a difficult time going back and retracting that. Because if you go back now to retract what you originally stated, then you lose your credibility. And whatever you pronounce as facts and you provide evidence to back it up, understand that persons have every right to then publish that as the truth. Hopefully you understand this analogy. It's not for everybody. Just want to say bless up to all my new subscribers. Thank you for stopping by and supporting my video and